Hi everyone, welcome back to a long layoff for us, myself and Keith Bateman, and keeping you updated. We apologize for that, but thankfully we're back right in time, it seems like, Coach. We're coming down to the end. Team sitting 9-7 in the conference, one game out of the playoffs. It's going to be an important last two series here against Gustavus and Hamline. Let's first recap a little bit about. It's been, I think, like 4 or 5 series since we last updated you. So you had 5 sweeps in a row. So really, it's not much. So we can just say it like that. Yeah, exactly. Right? There's just 5 sweeps in a row, or 5 splits in a row. So 5 and 5 in the last 10. Talk a little bit about what you saw. First, let's talk about your guy. Talk about Joe Pierce. I mean, his 32-game hitting streak unfortunately came to an end in the last game against St. Olaf. But I mean, the man's been unbelievable. Got an article in the Star Tribune. Yep. Got the program a little bit more press. So talk about how Joe Pierce is really offensively just he was on a roll. A little bit nicked up now, unfortunately. A little questionable for the next series. So talk about Joe as a whole as far as the program, as well as the impressive hitting streak, and if he'll be able to go this Wednesday.
Yeah, it's just been. I mean, it's been fun to watch. He works so hard at his swing, and even during BP, he's not always satisfied with how he's swinging it. So, he's kind of a perfectionist that way. But when he gets up there, it's exciting for the team. I mean, the team was just excited to see it happen. And typically, he would get that hit in that first at bat, and and a couple times it did go down the last at bat, but. He just kind of got up there and he was looking to drive the ball. It wasn't so much to just put it in play. He was looking to drive, and so he's always had a good approach, and he just really started to use more of the field. I think this year. So it's fun, and when he hits it, boy, it's hit pretty hard. Now he did get a couple bloops here and there, yeah. But those were earned because there were lineouts that guy's caught. So the game always evens out. But it's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. Looking forward, I mean, Gustavus and Hamline, like you said, 9-7. We don't know a whole lot of playoff scenarios at this moment. Right. But it had help getting one from St. Thomas. Looking back at our game, it was an exciting game at that. St. Thomas, kind of a national power, won the national championship last year. Always nice to get one from a team that really, you never say you want to expect to lose to. Right. But if there's any team that's in your conference that you say, oh wow, St. Thomas is, really top shelf. You'd like to get one, and you got it with that walk off, and that had to be really exciting for you. And your pitching was really solid in that entire series, really.
Yeah, it was a fun series, and they come in and they just do so many things right. I mean, their pitching. I want to say they've given up 41 runs or something like that in conference, and the next closest team has given up 82 or 83. So I mean, it's just kind of insane. That level that they have achieved over there, the couple national championships in the last 10 years, and being to the World Series and that. So it was a fun series. Our guys didn't back down. We kind of went into it and had a little chip on our shoulder and wanted to prove something. And and they came out and did what they do by executing. And they were just 2 good ball games. I mean, the first one they took, and that one could have went either way. And the second one we got, and that one could have went either way. So just good baseball. And that's kind of all you can ask your guys to do is just go out and give you a chance, and then kind of see where everything falls.
The top 3, their last 3 series against top-level competition, St. Thomas, St. Olaf, St. John's. Talk about St. John's, you earned a split, and then coming up against St. Olaf. What really happened in that series? I mean, if anybody got out to the ballpark and got to see it, it was a great turnout, by the way, at the ballpark. Stands were pretty much full. It was great to see everybody out there. But, you had 29 runs in the first game between the 2 teams, 23 in the second game. I mean, no one could stop anybody, it seemed like. And it was a lot of fun to be a part of. At the same time, I'm sure you'd like to see a little bit more out of your pitching.
Yeah, it was one of the weirdest series I've ever been involved in my career, and it was just, I mean, they were hitting the ball hard, we were hitting the ball hard. Pitchers were walking guys on both sides. You had catcher's interference. You had a couple balk
2 in one series. 2 catcher's interference, 1 series. There was 1 in all the majors last year, by the way, in case you were wondering.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I played a fantasy baseball league. Catcher's interference was a category.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about why that was, but
no, 2, and then you got like I say, you got a couple balk calls, and then you got a guy ejected, and I mean it was unbelievable. And it seemed like then when you got a pitch over and it did get hit. Mm-hmm. Soft, the teams didn't field it. There were 11 errors in the second game alone between the 2 teams, and so it was just it was a weird day of baseball. And it just kind of goes to show you, you never got the game figured out, right. and you never see the same game twice. I mean, it's unbelievable. So it was good to get a split with them because they've always played us tough, and we've always had issues getting 1, let alone 2 from them. So it was good to to get that first one. And this might be the first time I think in my career I've been involved in so many walk-off wins, in that last at bat. And that shows that kind of shows a mature team. A lot of times a young team, immature, they lose those games, and we've won them. And so that just kind of shows some maturity with our ball club. And you look at some of the other losses that we have in the close games. We gave ourselves a shot to win, where we had runners on base, we had maybe the hitter up we wanted, or we were in the middle of our order, and we didn't get it done. But we've always had a chance to win. And that's kind of what you got to try to give yourself.
An exciting first 16 conference games, 4 more to come. I mean, and the excitement won't stop with the playoff race heating up. So talk about Gustavus, out of playoff competition, maybe not a team that hasn't been as competitive as in the past. So what you got to expect a sweep going into tomorrow. I mean, you can't really, you don't look past any teams. Obviously, you got to take everybody seriously. But I'm sure you know as well as anybody that those 2 games are as big as any of the season.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty big games, and Gustavus right now they're struggling a little bit. But you look at their team batting average, they're still hitting the ball. I mean, Gustavus, we're 1-5 against them in the last 3 years. So they're doing something. Coach Carroll's doing something right down there, and they hit the ball as well as anybody. And their pitching has been kind of like ours, where their ERA is a little high, their walks and hit by pitch are up there. But they got some competitors. I mean, all I've known from Gustavus the last 10 years of being in the MIAC, 10, 11 years, they compete. And that's kind of what we expect. I expect nothing less than them to come out and play hard and give us everything. I mean, we go out and play our game. I think we can take 2. But now if we go out and kind of him and haw and don't really do too much, we could get swept. I mean, it's just kind of that kind of league, and I think it's that kind of team. They got some talent. They just for whatever reason haven't put it together.
Knowing your guys in the position you're in right now with 4 games left, 9-7, usually 12 wins will get you in to the playoffs. That's kind of the magic number to get to. So what do you think about your chances right now? Obviously, we don't know scenarios that we don't know tiebreakers or anything. When people are going to have to look at that. But what do you like from these last 4 games?
Well, I think we're in a good spot because we still control our own destiny. I mean, it's not like we have to hope that somebody else loses or somebody else splits or sweat. We kind of go out, and if we do what we need to do and go, whether it's 3-1 or 4-0, we're going to give ourselves a shot. But either way, we control that, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the year, is that you control your own destiny. And there's not a lot of teams that can say that. Last year we had the same thing, and it's kind of fun to be able to talk about playoff scenarios and making it and this, that, and the other. Whereas a couple of years ago, we're just kind of trying to get through this season on a positive note and develop some young guys. But it's been it's been awesome to be able to be in this situation. So I think we've given ourselves as good a chance as any. But Gustavus is going to be, that's who we're focusing on, and they're good.
Definitely makes our job a lot easier. Gives us something to talk about, right?
Yeah,
Keeps it interesting in Keith Bateman's office.
Yeah,
so, Keith Bateman, thank you very much. Hopefully more of these will come down the stretch, and we'll keep you updated after the Gustavus and the Hamlin series. So hopefully we'll see you out at Parade last 2 series tomorrow at 2:30, I believe. So come out and see the Augies, push for those playoffs, and hopefully we'll be able to make them. We'll be right back here to tell you about it.